Morning, folks. Sitting in the sugar house, enjoying my new Leader finishing rig, water bath, and this damn Fill-Stop, which is supposed to be the cat's ass. And before we even start, my dealer's been awesome. Scott is all over it. If you follow Dunn Family Maple on YouTube, I encourage you should. If you don't, he's great. He's on this. He's working with me. I mean, it's a weekend, so they can't do anything for me right now, understandably. But I just got this hooked up yesterday afternoon, and we had issues with it. It's not shutting off fast enough. Which, everybody says, oh, you can't do glass on them. Well, why the hell would you buy it if you can't do glass on them? Second off, it's, oh, the wire's too far down. It's going to hit the side, and it's going to shut off. If anything touches that wire, it shuts it off. Well, it's not touching. That's not the issue. If it was the issue, it would be shutting off. So I've got this thing choked down to a trickle. I've taken it apart 3 times, made sure the little hole in the rubber is to the rear, like it says, towards the tank. I've tried burping it. The only thing I haven't done is tried flipping that nozzle over. I mean, the first problem I had was this nozzle that came with it, they make a smaller neck on it. All well and good, except it's leaking right there. So it's letting air into the nozzle, and then when you shut off, when it shuts off, now air is getting up in behind the nozzle, allowing it to burp syrup down, so you end up with extra syrup, which overflows. Okay, no problem. Mistakes happen. Change that out. They'll get me a new one. I'm sure they'll make it right. No big deal. So now I've got this wire stuffed way down in there. I'm choked down to the point where it's taken minutes to fill. I mean, this is a 500. I can fill these. I can rip them out with a manual valve, one right after the other, pretty damn fast. The biggest issue is foaming if you try to go too fast. So I got this thing slowed right down, because if you go any faster, sure enough, it'll overflow. So I'll let you see exactly what's going on here. See, the lights are on, start and stop. And you listen, you'll hear the valve shut. It shuts off, but it keeps flowing. And I don't know why. That thing should shut instantly. That should slam shut and stop as soon as that wire hits. Everybody else who's got them says you just set the wire right at just above the nozzle and you're all good to go. I mean, this thing's stuffed way down in there, and if I go any shorter, it overflows. I've tried adjusting this thing, and so obviously it's an issue. It's frustrating as hell to spend this kind of. We had some issues with this rig when I got it. The little tabs on this that hold your shelf weren't bent enough. So you put the shelf on, it falls right off. As soon as you set a bottle on there, it fell right off. So I called Scott. Finally decided I'm just going to bend them. If they break, I'll send it back and fix it. So I ended up bending the damn things, and luckily it didn't break off. So it's holding, but I'm going to put it in the welding shop. We're going to do a little work to it. That was one issue. The other issue I'm finding is that this whole thing flexes when you getting heavy on it. There's no bracing underneath it. A little bit frustrating. You'd think that they'd put something for a brace underneath this so that you can actually set something on there without it moving around. I mean, when you're trying to fill jugs, you don't want, last thing you want is a jug moving up and down while you're trying to fill it. Hold on just a second. Let's get this in here. There. So, anyway, if you got one of these and found the trick to it, let me know. I'm gonna play with it some more and try to get the. I don't know what else. It's flowing the right direction. The arrow's right. Somebody said the Teflon tape screws it up. I'm probably gonna take the Teflon tape off and just make sure it's getting good contact. I can't believe that would make a difference between. I mean, the threads are still touching metal. The Teflon just fills in the voids when you tighten it, so you still metal to metal on the threads. So I don't know. It's frustrating. If anybody's dealt with this, let me know. And no, the cardboard doesn't insulate it. The glass is an insulator, so it doesn't matter. Plastic jugs do the same thing. I used up all my quartz trying it. We got to go to Bascom's this week and get a truckload of quartz, but just frustrating. Spend this kind of money and end up with something that isn't right. But I'm sure they'll make it right, and Scott's been great. It's just, there's got to be a better way. And if there's a better Fill-Stop out there, I've heard Lapierre makes a nice one. My initial intention was to put a T in there and run over here and have the Fill-Stop to the right and have at least 1 or 2 manual valves over here, and perhaps 2 Fill-Stops with 1 manual valve, so that I can be filling while 2 others are filling. And I can just throw jugs up there and be putting caps on in between, especially when you're in the gallons and half gallons, so they can be, this thing can top them off, and I can be manually filling one at the same time. But as slow as this is, you'd have to do that, because I can go 3 times as fast than this thing. I can't open that valve up. And it shows right in the literature when they're using it, and they suggest you might have to gate it back a little bit. Well, I've got it gated back to a trickle, and it's still not stopping. So I'm sure they'll make it right, but at the same time, I shouldn't have to keep sending stuff back when I buy something, try to get it fixed. So between the shelf, the nipple on the end of that thing that leaks, and this thing not shutting off, it's a little disappointing. So I'm still a Leader fan, but a frustrated Leader fan. So have a good day. Thanks for letting me rant.